Hey there guys and welcome into today's video. Let's talk about Boardroom episode 4 and I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown of everything that happened, or kind of just a rundown of some basic things that I found interesting. If you guys want to watch the full video, it's down in the description below as per usual. Anyway, let's just get into this. So first I want to talk about the team, right? Okay, so this is what we want to talk about first because, again, I want to show my appreciation for how transparent these guys are being, how, passionate about the game they are. And I kind of want to just give you guys a quick introduction to some of the guys that were on the fourth episode, obviously. So first we're going to start with Ryan Pelks. He is the lead gameplay designer who basically comes up with the ideas or gets an idea passed down to him. He tries to figure out how to do it, and then he sends it along to animation. Animation figures out how to make it look good, and then they send it to a programmer who then programs it into the game. So again, we've got Ryan, who's he also used to play Skate 1 all the time at night time, and then the next day he would go out and try some of the tricks, or he got inspired by the game to go out and skate and try some different tricks and stuff. So yeah, it's good to see these people that are really passionate about skating as well be involved in this and stuff. And again, I'll get onto more about how I feel about the team later on, because I just want to get through these guys as quick as I can, just so, I can show my appreciation for them, The next one is Matt, Mac Dirksen. I think that's how you say his name. You can see it on screen, right? Yeah, I think you can. But he is a senior animation director who basically, again, like I said, they kind of make the game look good. They kind of, get things looking nice, animated nice, do all the mocap capture, all that stuff, and get it into the game so that the programmers have something to work off of. And he's been at the company, especially EA, for about 15 years or so. And he used to work on the baseball game that EA did, I think. And basically he got asked to help with Skate, but he had to keep it secret as well, so he had to do that and work on the other game he was working on at the time. So he's been, around EA for a while. He's not seen them be this transparent and stuff, which, again, I'm glad about. Yeah, you liked the sound of Skate. A lot of people wanted to talk to him about it, talk about getting the actual, animation and stuff done. And last but not least is Lance Lawson. Now, he is the lead gameplay programmer, which basically means he codes a lot of the game. He figures out how to, set up things and get things to work, like wallies, ollies, 360 flips, swappies, all that kind of stuff. Again, I will show some of these examples on screen when we get to those parts of the video. But again, he was in uni when the first Skate came out, and basically he always wanted to work on Skate. Sorry for that pause, it was a bit of a weird pause. But basically, these guys just really seem very passionate about, the game they're making, which, again, is a good thing. And I'm loving the fact that they're wanting to, get as much stuff into the game as they can. Now, we're going to go on to some of the mechanics that are getting added into the game. Because, again, I'm reading off my notes here, obviously, because, your boy don't script anything because he is too lazy. So I made some notes at least to make it at least semi, understandable for you guys. But yes, next up is the mechanics of the game, and this is going to be the biggest chunk of it. This is going to be 90% of the video from now. So let's talk about slappies first. Now, if you don't know what a slappy is, again, we'll pull it up on screen for you guys now from the game engine that was shown on the Boardroom episode. Again, if you want to watch a full video, go down and look at the description below, because it will be linked there, or it will be linked in the end card. So watch this video first and then go and watch that, or watch that video and then come back to this one. So slappies are basically, hitting up into a curb without doing an ollie, without doing, any sort of trick up into it. You just kind of ride into it and you kind of just grind along a curb or like anything else. And the reason they're doing these type of things, and as Wallies as well, I'll actually kind of explain Wallies first before we get into the reason why they're doing Wallies and Swappies. Because Wallies are basically you're ollieing or bashing into a wall and just kind of riding up and over it. Especially if it's a wall that you can kind of ride over or you go off the side or anything like that. Again, more examples are probably playing over me talking here anyway. So the reason they want to do like these kind of things is so people don't fall as much or have different ways to prevent falling instead of just riding at a curve and it not doing anything. Again, I think I got some footage of that from the video as well of the Swappies being disabled and showing you guys exactly what they meant by that. But yeah, like these are like really good mechanics, and again, like Swappies and Wallies are becoming part of modern skateboarding as well, which is like again a good thing because they're so fun to do, and I like that the guys are trying to keep it the guys at Black Box, I think it's Black Box or whatever team it is now, I can't remember what it's actually called, but I'm glad these guys are actually putting in the time and effort to see what's good in skating just now and what looks cool in skating and what like looks good with it, and realizing that it's not all about kick flips, hard flips, 360 flips, all that stuff. There's a lot more to it now, and like I like that everything's looking a lot more realistic. It's got that more realistic vibe, speed is for your tricks and stuff. And again, like, just everything is looking up to be better. Now, apparently the transition isn't, the best just now, according to their feedback and stuff. But from what I've seen, it looks a lot smoother than what Skate 3 was. And, I kind of like that. I'm glad the transition is getting better. I'm not saying it's there yet. It's nowhere near there yet. And they've even said that. It's nowhere near where they want it to be. So again, patience is needed for the release date as well. So don't, go and bother them about release dates and stuff. It'll be ready when it's ready. And speaking of transition, we all know that I do not like Skater XL's transition. We know I don't like Sessions transition because it just doesn't feel right. But as you've seen probably from the clips on screen right now or just a few seconds ago, transition is a lot better, and there's a lot of things like roll on, which basically means like you can kind of roll onto curbs and off of curbs as you want. So like if you're doing like a nose grind, you can also switch back into 50-50 into 5-0 a lot more smoothly than having to ollie, then do it and all that stuff like you would in Skate 3 or you would in like Skate 1 or 2 as well, which is again a good thing. Everything's looking a lot more natural, including the pushing. Now the pushing looks amazing. It looks a lot more natural, the skater seems to like bend with the board and bend to push and all that stuff and actually have a, I guess, bounce to them. And like again, that's a great thing because it looks more realistic and everything looks a lot more realistic, but it also has that silliness to it where you can do like 1080 flips, which is again a tray flip, but it spins around 1080 degrees and so it spins around 360 3 times, right? Just for any of you guys who don't know, just in case. But another thing that has been added into the game, or not added into because they kind of existed in Skate 3, Skate 2, is late flips. Now, late flips, by what I mean, like they've been added in, it seems like it's a lot easier to do them than it used to be. And like I'm glad about that because again, late flips just always look so fun to do, and like you can do late laser flips apparently and stuff, and it just looks amazing. And yeah, while on the topic of flips actually, and this is probably my last point about gameplay aside from one more thing. Actually, never mind, I forgot about one more thing. But flips are going to be speed based. So if you flick it really fast, you're going to be able to do like quadruple flips easier. You're going to be able to do triple flips, you know, all that kind of stuff. Or triple tray flips and, you know, all those kind of things. And it's kind of a lot more physics based than it is, you know, flick based, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean by that, you know what I mean. If you don't, it's fine. You don't need to understand it. Just understand that I'm meaning that this is a better thing. But the last point, which was actually supposed to be the point before the weight flips, was climbing. Now, climbing looks a lot, like, really good. And, like, I hope that they nail this parkour system and stuff. And they do seem to prioritize the new things over the old things, which, again, is a good idea because they already have the blueprint for the old things. And they just need to clean them up a bit. So, yeah, I think that's kind of the main things that I found interesting. If there's anything else that I missed, leave it down in the comments below, as per usual. And yeah, I think that's all I needed to talk about today. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy that. It was a little bit different. I've never done something like this before, where I kind of break down a video and stuff. Leave it down in the comments below if you liked it, if you didn't. If you want more, you know, leave it a like, leave it a comment. You know, subscribe if you're new, because I know like 90% of you guys that aren't subscribed who watch me. But I will see you guys in the in tomorrow's video. I forgot I've got a video coming out tomorrow because we're damn near uploading every day. So I will see you guys in Central Reboot. And as always, happy skating and peace out. You!